Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of Women's World, a very special edition of the program as we approach the end of the year. In the beginning, let me welcome you and wish you all a very Merry Christmas. And we are dedicating this special edition of the program to women in 2017, the year of the Egyptian women. President Abdel Fattah Sisi is the one who declared 2017 the year of the Egyptian woman, and therefore we are going to highlight this year with all the achievements of women and all the important steps taken by Egyptian women during 2017. We are going to have a very special guest. We'll be having with us Bassma Habib, head of the international relations in Maspero, and we'll be talking to her about the achievements of women in 2017. We'll be back after a short break. Stay with us.
أنا بنت من البنات وزي بنات كتير، بشبهلك في العناد وفي الصبر الجميل، بشبهلك في التحدي وحلم كبير يا بلدي يكفي 1000 عام ويفيد من 1000 جيل وجيل. يا بلادي مين أنا بنت من البنات.
المرأة المصرية تكتب تاريخ، بتقول لا احنا موجودين وقادرين وممكن نعمل المستحيل. حاسين بيكم وعارفين كويس قوي قد ايه انتوا بتتألموا على شهدائكم يعني.
مهما يجرى صورتك في عينيا حلو.
المرأة المصرية مدعوة أكثر من أي وقت مضى لتساهم كما عهدناها مساهمة جادة وبناءة في مرحلتنا المقبلة. أتوجه لكل سيدة مصرية وكل أم مصرية بالتحية والاحترام والتقدير، وكل سنة وهم طيبين.
وبقيت قاضي بيحكم وبقيت أكبر قبيلة وأمي كرموها في عيد الأمهات.
Welcome back. As I mentioned earlier, my dear guest for this very special edition of the program is Bassma Habib, head of the international relations in Maspero. Great having you with us, Bassma.
Likewise.
Always an honor having you. Always an honor and pleasure having you with us. We're going to take a look at your profile, then we'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back, and we're having with us Basma, and Basma, from her name, Basma is a smile. She's
Thanks,
always
Elena.
smiling,
Thank
she's
you.
always shining, and she always gives positive vibes wherever she goes. That's why we decided to have her with us as we wrap up the year and talk about women in 2017.
Of course. Let me just say thank you, a big thank you to all of you, the Nile TV International team, the whole team, and especially you, Hala, and Shireen, of course, and Amal. I mean, it's becoming a habit that I love, and it's a pleasure to wind up the year with you guys and just be around with you, at least for once. I love it.
Thank you. It's
You're
always great
welcome.
having you with
You're
us.
welcome.
Now, Basma, tell me, how do you see 2017, the year of the woman, when the year of the Egyptian women, when President Abdel Fattah Sisi declared the year as the year of the Egyptian women, and all the events that followed?
Let's do it together. I mean, it was quite a huge announcement. I mean, the moment he said this, I mean, women all over, and I think that women all over Egypt are more than men.
Yes.
The number, you know, they are more than
They
men.
outnumber.
Yeah, they outnumber, exactly. And I think that they were happy for this announcement. And as you can see, lots of things have happened since he declared this and he announced this. Let's just mention a few of them. Of course, you remember the cabinet, the reshuffle, and the ministers. How many are they? Could you believe this? 5, at least now, as ministers. And you've got for the very first time as well, the governor. You've seen the governor of Bahira. She's a female as well. She's a lady, a wonderful lady. Mushira Khattab, and what happened with the UNESCO, and everyone just stood by her, and we were all. It was it was the issue of the year, and it was quite marvelous. I mean, she's done her best actually, and we were all around her and behind her. What else? Mention it.
Members of Parliament.
The members of Parliament as well. They are almost 90. Could you believe this? Even if they're most of them are elected and few of them are appointed, but again, it's for the very first time that you've got 90 women in Parliament. It's a lovely thing, a lovely number. So it's all in all lots of things. If you come to sports and athletic arena, you've got plenty of things as well. Do you remember the squash stars over there? Noor Shebini, bravo, yes. You know, it's lovely having them everywhere.
And
they
Sarah
are
Samir
everywhere.
in weightlifting.
Yes, weightlifting as well. And who else? Someone in running or swimming. I don't remember. Farida Osman, yes. You see, it was a lovely year for women all over.
So
it was
Egyptian
beautiful.
women and girls have been doing great achievements and also supported because this was very important. We have seen support from President Sisi, especially in youth conferences when he called on girls and women like Noor Sherbini, and he honored them.
Yes.
That was really
because
remarkable.
he stressed that they have a pivotal role actually, and they've got a vital role in society, and especially mothers as well. Mothers, not of course all mothers, and especially mothers of martyrs here and there. They had a huge stress on them, and they accepted everything in a beautiful way.
Yes.
And he knows their role in society to build and to bring the energy that you're saying, the positive energy, and not the other way around.
Yes.
Because all the stresses and the crises that we have in life could just pull you down, and this is didn't happen actually. It didn't take place. It's the other way around.
Yes.
Just because of the words and the support and the strength given by the president to the lovely women all over Cairo and Egypt and everywhere, all governors.
Basma, if I would quote President Abdel Fattah Sisi from the last break that we have seen, he said, the Egyptian women can do the impossible. With the help of Egyptian women, we can do the impossible.
Yes.
He addressed Egyptian women saying, we feel you and we feel your pain. That was addressing the wives and mothers of martyrs. And he also, most importantly, he said, Egyptian women now more than ever are invited to take part to build and contribute in building Egypt in the upcoming period.
And it's true. It's
How do
very
you see
true.
that?
Of course, this is what's happening in real life, actually, because it's not only the mothers of martyrs, but every mother in Egypt, all over Egypt. What is she doing, actually? She is building the trust and building a community and a home. With all the stresses that we've got and the difficulties that we're facing every single day, what would they do? We know that we are passing through a certain bridge and that we have a certain thing, a trip that we have to take until things are stable in our society. We're speaking in terms of economy as well, and a wealthy life, or at least just a normal life to every citizen. And this is what they are doing all over. They are doing their best. They could be marvelous in what they do. Because women in general, mothers and wives, what do they do? Okay? They do everything possible, you know, to pass through the difficulties very peacefully and bring the stability to every
Even
business.
in conflict zones and war zones,
yes.
they are playing a very important role.
This is it, as I said, a pivotal role, and this is what he said, and that's why he is encouraging them, because he knows when he asked them for help. He said exactly that this is what he wants, help me, because he knows that these are very powerful women are.
And let me talk also about young women in particular. When President Sisi announced the Presidential Leadership Program, PLP, he was also very keen to include women and girls,
yes, and
in
girls
the
and
PLP.
females, yes.
Yes, and they have been doing great so far, taking part in organizing the youth conferences and also participants, moderators and everything. How
It
do you
is.
see that?
Have you seen everywhere? I mean, it's a beautiful example, a gorgeous example of success everywhere, because they are energetic, they are full of power and strength, and very clever, very smart, and they are competing with males everywhere, and they are telling them, we could do it, we could easily do everything. As much as you can do it, we could do it, and we've got our own flavor and own style of doing things. And we guarantee success everywhere, and this is what they've done in real life. Over and above, I mean, the moment you just give them confidence and more confidence, what they give more than you expect, more than anyone expects. And this is what they do. Also, there's another thing about women and males, and I mean females and girls when they grow up. The competition that they have, the challenge that they have, and knowing that they've got the ability and the capabilities, this makes them just go as far as possible and achieve. Achievement is very important. This is one thing that not everyone has, but women and females and young women in Egypt, they have it. They tell you that, yes, we can achieve, yes, we can.
I'm glad that 2017 was also the year of women in sports, because as we mentioned, Ranim
Yes.
El-Walili and Nouri Shirbini meeting
And
in the
Farida.
finals
Yes.
of the World Championship in
yes.
squash.
Squash.
And Sarah Samir in weightlifting, Farida Osman in swimming. And I believe that we can still see more in the upcoming years as we get more support and encouragement for Egyptian women and girls.
Again, there is one thing, Hala, is financing this. This is very important. We've got to have priorities. If you've got stars and, you know, promising stars all over, we've got to finance this. And we've got to know how to... A star maker is a very important thing. It's not only the showbiz. It's what we just give them for them to flourish and to bring you results. This is what you need at the end of the day. This is very important. Again, back to women and what happened in 2017, I just remembered that even the parliament, as we spoke about the parliament, that they have passed certain laws, okay, in favor of women and the inheritance. And this was one thing that's been made this year, which is lovely. They've got this as well. They managed to do this as well. But this is a lovely thing as well.
Well, speaking of women in parliament, we'll take a short break where we're going to see a promo about women in parliament, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned, don't go away.
المرأة المصرية فهي سر وجود المجتمع واستمراره ميلادا ونشأة وحياة، ولقد برهنت المرأة المصرية على وعيها السياسي ودورها الأساسي في المجتمع، واستلهمت روح مشاركتها الفاعلة في ثورة 1919، فشاركت في ثورتين العظيمتين، ثم نزلت بكثافة سواء في الاستفتاء على الدستور أو في الانتخابات الرئاسية. بنات مصر المحترمات، أخاطب من خلالكن المرأة المصرية. المرأة المصرية صوت ضمير الأمة النابض بعشق الوطن، التي أثبتت دوما أنها صمام أمان لمصر وشعبها.
أنا اسمي غنوة على شفايفك، وأنت اسمك في قلبي غنوة، وكل لحظة بيبان لي عطفك في كلمة حلوة ودعوة حلوة.
Welcome back. So, Basma, we spoke about women in sports, women in parliament, women in culture or the UN forums such as Mushira Khattab running for the UNESCO.
Yes.
And also we want to talk about women in business and the economy. If we talk about entrepreneurship and small and medium enterprises, we're talking about women who actually are doing a lot, and they are asking for more to be done. I have seen several TV programs where, if you remember, that handmade products exhibition that was held in Nasr City, and there was this TV show that highlighted especially women of Sinai and their handmade products, and they went on the TV show displaying their beautiful handmade products that they made, and that reflects the culture and environment of Sinai. That was lovely, because these women are not only hard workers since at a very early age, but they are also making their business, establishing their small businesses, which contributes somehow to
the society, of course, yes, and economy as well. Thank you for just mentioning this. I didn't see actually the products they've done, but I've heard about it, and I think that this is a start, a good start. We've got to look all over. I mean, the remote areas everywhere. Sinai is in focus now on Vogue, but again, every other place in Egypt as well. You've got plenty of artistic women and females and young girls doing things that nobody would think they could do. And it's adorable. And even if they exhibit this everywhere, even abroad, they would marvelously take like an award for this.
They were asking for some help in marketing their products. And actually, as you kindly mentioned, there were not only women from Sinai, but from all over Egypt. From Upper Egypt, from Delta, from Cairo, from Alexandria, making beautiful, beautiful handmade products, from crochet to glass to you name it.
Everything which is handicraft,
Any handcrafts. It was beautiful. And I was so proud to see this amount of Egyptian women and girls working so hard and saying, you know, like, we're here, just need some support.
Allah. But this is marvelous. I mean, what the government is offering actually as well now, that, you know, through the banks, they are offering to help those people to make their own projects, as small as it is or medium as it is, medium projects or small projects. They are helping everyone, and it's becoming everywhere now. And you know that the state-owned banks are willing to do everything possible for those people in particular, you know, not for businessmen as known as businessmen, but for those people, and they are very keen to do this. And mind you, of course, who is encouraging this as well? The president, because he's telling them just to go for those people. They can make a hell of a difference in the society. You know, it starts small, but then it's bigger, and it helps everyone around. This is a lovely thing. I wish we had. Do we have any of the footage of the?
Not now, but maybe in an
next time. Next time,
yes, I will try to.
Because I know that in Sinai as well, they are very artistic about what they do.
Well, Nat TV went to El Wahat, and we had special editions of the breakfast show on Night Cruise, broadcast live from El Wahat.
I've seen this as well, because this was beautiful. This was really beautiful and live and lively, not only live. I loved it. Yes, it's true. It's true.
Now, Basma, I want also to talk about women in the media and how the media portrays Egyptian women. Apart from the movies and series, whether they portray women in a negative way, on the other hand, we have so many women working in the media, such as yourself.
Yes, and of course you, and lots of them.
Lots of women working in the media, and they are trying to highlight we are trying to highlight the issues of women.
It's true.
This is Women's World.
You know what? I mean, we're highlighting every issue, not only the issue of women. I mean, every issue possible we talk about, we discuss, we handle, and we're everywhere, not only as anchors or presenters or announcers, but as well as leadership. All over the place, not in state-owned television and so on, but in private sectors as well, all over the place. You've got women everywhere, because it's only through women that you could see the whole picture, the big picture of the society. And I'm happy that they are everywhere. And now they've got again, the confidence. It's very important when I stress on this, the confidence of knowing things and discussing things. It has nothing to do with my own opinion or yours. It has to do with real facts that we tackle. And this is what they do, women. It's not anymore that they are biased or not. No, they've got the big picture, and they read a lot, and they discuss everything with you, and they want the welfare of what? Of everyone. And they want to find a closure to anything that they are discussing. And this is what you do wherever you're on.
Yes.
This is it. This is why it's lovely. So I think that they are brilliant as usual. They are everywhere. And every single time, every single year, if you just watch TV, every screen, you find plenty of beautiful ladies. They are, you know, in the competition when it comes to media.
If I ask you who would you choose as Woman of the Year for 2017? Would you name anyone in particular, or would that be difficult?
It's
Woman
not,
of the Year.
you know, Woman of the Year. It's not difficult. It's very easy, actually. It's not one woman. It's every Egyptian woman. Every Egyptian woman. And I mean it. Not one person in one field. That's it. This is how I see it.
And apart from that, because we're running out of time.
Really,
I
are
would
we?
like- Yeah. Good time passed.
Yes, it
quickly.
does. It
I just wanted to ask you, Basma, about the government's efforts in eliminating the negative phenomena regarding women, such as sexual harassment or violence against women, domestic violence. There have been huge efforts by the government in coordination with the civil society, of course, in raising campaigns, huge efforts by the National Council for Women, NCW, in this regard. How do you see that briefly?
Beautiful. Just as you mentioned this, just exact the same words. And don't forget as well the role of the Parliament as well. Again, they issued more sanctions and tougher sanctions for harassment for women, against this, against anyone who would think of this. And this is a good sign, and a healthy sign in a society looking for democracy and heading to democracy and wanting women to enjoy a healthy life and to just feel free and confident in their own, arena and circumstances.
Do you think that we'll be witnessing more years to come dedicated especially to Egyptian women?
Every year, hopefully, every coming year.
Bassma Habib, Head of the International Relations, thank you very much for being with us today. Wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Likewise.
And it was great having you with
Thank you, and a Happy New Year, and thanks again for having me.
Take care. Thank
you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of this edition of Women's World, edition dedicated especially to the Egyptian women in 2017. Thank you very much for being with us.
To say that Nile TV is a major international channel. It's very important, inside and out, for people and foreigners who are living here and all those people who are abroad. It's very important that such a huge channel would have all the facilities and the tools to reach and connect with everyone around the world.